दोस्तों स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे YouTube चैनल मैथमेटिकल पाठशाला में। अभी तक लास्ट लेक्चर में हम लोगों ने अलजेब्रा एक्सटेंशन फिनिश किया था एंड आई टोल्ड यू दैट इन दिस लेक्चर वी विल स्टार्ट स्प्लिटिंग फील्ड्स। सो बिफोर गिविंग द डेफिनेशन लेट मी गिव यू वन पर्टिकुलर एग्जांपल दैट व्हाई वी नीड दिस टाइप ऑफ एक्सटेंशन। सपोज I give you this polynomial fx is equal to x to the power 3 minus 2. This is a 3-degree polynomial and over q it is irreducible. Over q it is irreducible. You can use Eisenstein criteria, you can use root criteria, whichever you like you can use. If you see the roots are 2 power 1 by 3 and say omega 2 power 1 by 3, omega square 2 power 1 by 3, where omega is a third primitive root of unity. Third primitive root of unity means its order is n, its order is 3 in the group of unity or third roots of unity. So we have we have three roots of unity, one omega and omega square. One is of order 1 and omega square are of order 3. Later we will define what is the nth primitive root of unity. That will be actually a generator of the group of order n. We will define soon. So these three are the roots of three roots of this equation, and none of these is in Q. Or you can see we are looking for an extension of the field Q in which this fx factors completely. That means I should be able to write this fx as x minus alpha 1, x minus alpha 2, x minus alpha 3, and this is very natural. Suppose you are having any polynomial, so you would like to see all the roots of this polynomial in some extension, and we are looking for some extension of Q which contains every root of this, or you can say this factors completely, or you can say this fx splits completely, or you can say this fx factors into linear factors. That means if you are able to write this alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 should be some member of extension. But inside Q you cannot write this expression because your roots are not available in Q. So we are looking for that extension. And one more thing, we are looking for the smallest possible extension which contains every root of this polynomial. So the smallest word will make more sense, because the general criteria to insert the roots is that you choose Q and you choose this Q 2 power 1 by 3, omega 2 power 1 by 3, omega square 2 power 1 by 3. This is one criteria to construct such extension, but we are not looking for this extension. We are looking for the smallest possible extension, or we are looking for a smallest subfield or smallest extension of Q which contains every root of this equation. So this is not the smallest one. I can give you smaller than this, which is actually this Q 2 power 1 by 3 and omega, because you need to create this omega times 2 power 1 by 3. Omega is here, 2 power 1 by 3 is here. If you take the product you will have this term. You have omega, you take omega into omega, you will get omega square is here, and you multiply with this, you will get every root of this will be here, or every generator of this field will be here. So we are looking for the smallest one, and such a smallest field is called the splitting field. You can say a smallest field, but soon we will prove that smallest field is always unique. Okay, let me give you the definition, then we will come to the more general version. Let fx belongs to inside fx, where f is some field, then fx must be a PID. Then K, an extension of f, is called an splitting field. Okay, a splitting field of fx if fx factors completely in kx, or you can say this fx splits over k. That means you can write fx as a linear factorization and the coefficient should be inside k, and this k over f is called a splitting field of fx if fx factors completely in kx and in no extension in between f and k. That means there should be no subfield of k which is proper subfield of k. You can write in this manner, that is, there is no proper subfield of k containing f in which fx factors completely. So this is the definition for a splitting field. The meaning is very clear. That means if you have a field f and you are having a polynomial, say fx, and there should be an extension k in which this fx factors completely, and there should be no subfield in between, say k1, in which this fx factors completely in k1, and this k1 should be a proper subfield of k. Then we say this k is k is a splitting field, and later we will prove this k is the splitting field. That means if you have a splitting field, that is going to be unique, and we will also prove the existence part also. That means there always exists an splitting field. Let's see some basic example. Suppose we are having this situation, say fx is equal to x square minus 2. Then what can you say about the splitting field of this? Clearly I can surely say over q we are looking for. So clearly I can say q adjoint square root of 2 is a splitting field for this x square minus 2 polynomial. What is the degree of this extension? You can see q adjoint root 2 over q forms a vector space of 2 dimension, and degree of this polynomial is 2. That means in this example, degree of extension of a splitting field is same as degree of the polynomial fx. If I choose this polynomial x cube minus 1, then what can you say about the splitting field of this polynomial? And we are looking over q. See, if you find the roots of this equation, so that will be 1 omega square. So you are looking for the smallest possible extension of q which contains omega square and 1. So the smallest possible choice will be q omega, and degree of this extension will be 2. Q adjoint omega over q will be 2, because the minimal polynomial for omega over q is 1 plus x square. Also here you can see the degree of extension of the splitting field is 2, but polynomial has 2 degree, has degree 3. So that is not necessary that the degree of your polynomial should be same as degree of extension of a splitting field. So this is in general not true. I can give you some more example, or you can construct some more example where your degree of extension will be bigger than the degree of polynomial. So that is also possible. So you can create that situation also. But is there any relation between the degree of polynomial and degree of splitting, degree of extension of splitting field? Is there any relation you can feel? Can I say this is always less than or equal to n factorial, where n is a degree of polynomial fx? Can I say this? Actually, this is the true that we will prove very soon. And the proof is very easy, the straightforward, once you understand the situation. Let me prove the existence of splitting field. Existence of splitting field. Before proving, let us observe what is the idea behind this. What you can do, suppose you are having a polynomial fx and this belongs to your base, this belongs to your base field, this is defined over f. So you are having a base field, say f, and you are looking for an extension of f in which this f factors completely. So suppose this fx contains roots, say alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n. It has n roots because we are in a field. So if degree of f is n, then it can have at the most n roots inside f. And if fx factors completely inside fx, then it has exactly n roots. So you can have this extension, you can have this extension, and you can have this extension. That means you are having an extension which contains every root of this fx. So such an extension exists. But this extension need not to be splitting field. We are looking for the splitting field. So splitting field will be in between somewhere. So if I collect all the fields which contains alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha n, and if I take their intersection, then I will get the smallest one. So that will be my splitting field. So this is an idea to prove. Let's try to prove the statement. For a given polynomial fx belongs to fx, there is a splitting field for fx over f. So if I give you any polynomial, you can always construct some extension of f in which fx factors completely. Let's go with the induction. We use induction on degree of fx, and trust me, induction is one of the powerful tool to prove certain complicated statement, simple statement, and some logical statements. So this induction is very powerful. If degree of fx is 1, that means this fx will be a linear polynomial, and if you are able to write linear polynomial inside fx, then its root must be inside f. So you will say, you can choose your splitting field as f, because this is the smallest field containing a root of f, and your splitting field is also an extension of f. So this splitting field is an extension of f. If degree of fx, suppose it is n, then what will be your induction hypothesis? That means if you have any polynomial fx which is defined on fx, capital Fx, and is of degree at the most n minus 1 or of degree less than n, then result holds. That means there is an splitting field. So if degree of fx is n, So there are two cases. If you can write in this format, say suppose you are able to write your polynomial into linear factor inside fx, then again you can choose your splitting field, say f. Here this k denotes splitting field. That means if your fx factors completely inside fx, then you can choose your splitting field to be f itself again. But there is a chance this fx contains some irreducible factor. Fx contains some irreducible factor of degree bigger than or equal to 2, because if every irreducible factor is of degree 1, then you are having this case. So if this case does not have does not happen, then you must have a case when there is an irreducible factor of fx which is of degree at least 2. So you, without loss of generality, you choose any factor and suppose the degree is 2 or say at least 2, you can say. So in this situation, so suppose you are having this, like suppose fx can be factorized as fx gx into say g1x and g2x, and you say this g1 is irreducible factor of degree bigger than or equal to 2. But we have already studied one thing, that there is an extension of g1, sorry, not g1, this g1 is defined on f, so this factorization is inside f, and we have already studied there is an extension, say f, there is an extension, say e1 of f, which contains a root of g1. We do not know whether which root it will contain, but we know that this e1 must contain some root of g1, that we know that. So this extension we can say. So again I can write in this manner, say the root of g1, let's say this root is alpha. So I am writing this x minus alpha into some polynomial, say gx, but this factorization I can write in e1x, because this e1 contains a root of g1. So g1 can be written as x minus alpha into some polynomial and into g2x. So I am assuming this g2x into that is gx. This g2 is already inside f, and अगर आप किसी e1 की कोएफिशिएंट से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो you will land up into e1. So this x minus alpha gx belongs to e1x. So you are having this situation. Now this gx is a polynomial inside e1, and this gx is of degree n minus 1, because this polynomial is of degree 1 and degree of fx is n. So this fx can be factorized as x minus alpha into gx. This gx is of degree n minus 1. So we can use induction hypothesis here. So by using induction hypothesis, there is an split, there is an extension of e1 which contains every root of g, we can say, or you can say there is a splitting field of e1. There is a splitting field for gx, that is an extension of e1, not of f, we are seeing here, but that automatically will become an extension of f, because f lies below e1 and the splitting field of e1 will lie above f and above e1. So there is a splitting field of this e1. So by induction hypothesis, this says there exists an extension, say capital E of E1 containing every root of fx, which is actually a splitting field of g. But we do not know whether this g whether this E will form a splitting field of F or not, that we do not know, but we know that this E is a splitting field for this G by using the induction hypothesis. So once this E is an extension of this F which contains every root of F, so we have a one extension. So this is by using induction hypothesis. Now you collect all those such extension which contains every root of F. So you collect all the extension of F which contains every root of F and take their intersection. That is possible because you are taking the intersection in between fields, because every extension is again a field. So you are taking the intersection of field, and intersection of fields is again going to form a field that you can verify. And any a family of intersection, either you take finite or you take infinite, it does not matter. So the proof is one line proof for this. The intersection of arbitrary family for the subfields form a subfield. So you take their intersection, then you will get the desired result. So I think that the sketch of proof is clear to everyone. You can write proof by on your own. I have given all the hints to you. So this was the existence of splitting field. Soon we will prove the uniqueness part also. Because the word I am saying this is the smallest one, then it is going to be unique by the name. But we will prove explicitly. Let Fx belongs to capital Fx. Say degree of Fx is n, and let K is a splitting field for Fx over K. That means this K over F, and this that means this K is an extension of F which is a splitting field for this Fx. I want to prove the degree of this extension is actually at the most n factorial. Let's see what is the idea behind this, then we will come to proof. I have a polynomial Fx which is of degree n. So degree of Fx is n. So this F can have at the most n roots inside this F, and F will have exactly n roots in K. So suppose I can write Fx as x minus alpha 1, x minus alpha 2, x minus alpha n inside Kx. That I can always write because this is a splitting field for the F. What can you say about this? F alpha 1 over F. What can be the degree of this? Because this Fx you are defining over F. If alpha 1 is a root, alpha 1 is a root of this polynomial, and alpha 1 is satisfying n degree polynomial because F alpha 1 is 0 and degree of F is n. So alpha 1 is a root of n degree polynomial. But we know that the minimal polynomial of alpha 1 actually divides every polynomial having root as alpha 1. So minimal polynomial of alpha 1 must divide this. This must divide this. And what is the dimension of this? This is actually degree of minimal polynomial of alpha 1 over x. You will say this. And degree of f is exactly, okay, here I should have written fx. Degree of fx is n. So degree of this can be at the most n, because m alpha fx should divide this fx. Now once you have this one, you think of this one. What can you say about the degree of f alpha 1 comma alpha 2 over f alpha 1? This you can think in this manner also. So this f alpha 1 contains alpha 1 as a root. Now this fx you can think in this manner. You write x minus alpha 1 separately and say f1x, where f1x f prime x is x minus alpha 2, x minus alpha 3 up to x minus alpha 1. This is whole sketch of proof I am giving to you. So this f prime x is of degree n minus 1 and you are looking for the minimal polynomial for alpha 2. Clearly this alpha 2 must be a root of this f prime x, and this f prime x may not be defined on f, but it must be defined, this f prime x must be defined on this f alpha 1 alpha 2. Also you can say this is defined on f alpha 2 also, f alpha 1 also, because this alpha 1 is a root you have already inserted in f alpha 1. So this you can think inside f alpha 1, and alpha 2 is a root of f prime x, not of fx. This f prime x is this alpha 2 is a root of f prime x. So you can say this f prime contains alpha 2 as a root, and this alpha 2 available in this field extension f alpha 1 alpha 2, because we know that this f alpha 1 comma alpha 2 is same as f alpha 1 alpha 2. So this is a polynomial satisfying alpha 2, and degree of this f prime x is n minus 1. So what can be the, you can say this is exactly same as degree of minimal polynomial of alpha 2 over the field f alpha 1 x, and this can have degree n minus 1, because minimal polynomial of alpha 2 over f alpha 1 must divide the polynomial f prime alpha 2, f prime x. So once you understand this, proceed in the similar manner. You will have situation like this. You are looking for the degree of this extension. You will write this, then second term will be f alpha 1 alpha 2 up to alpha n minus 1 over the field f alpha 1 alpha 2 up to alpha n minus 2, and so on so on. You will have like situation f alpha 1 over f. You will have situation like this, and this first extension can have degree at most 1, because the last polynomial will be of degree 1, then degree 2, then up to n, which is exactly n factorial. That means you are having an extension which contains every root, and this extension can have degree at most n factorial, but you are looking for the degree of k, but degree of k must be less than or equal to, or you can say degree of k over f must be less than or equal to degree of this extension, because k is a splitting field. So this is the smallest field which contains every root of this is small f, and this is one extension which contains every root. So this must lie below this. So degree of this extension can be at most n factorial, and you may have equality also, because whenever you are having in between, suppose you are having some prime type of extension, you will have this n factorial also. So this was the brief introduction to splitting field. Let me give you one standard example. X power 4 plus 2. This is defined over Q. And we are always interested to look for irreducible polynomials. So what can you say about the splitting field of this polynomial? This question has been asked in GATE examination, and this is a direct copy paste question from Dummett and Foote book. If you see the exercise, you will get question. That is why I always force you to study that book. You will get most of the concept. This question is not is important because it has asked in GATE examination. This question is important because this question has a nice properties. See, we are looking for an extension of Q which is the smallest, which contains every root of this polynomial. So what is the basic idea you can see? First you will be having in your mind the extension will be of degree 4 or something, or something bigger. But if you see, let us find the, okay, let me change one thing. Let us take 4 to make this is more precise. Actually this question is the actual question. So 2 I wrote mistakenly. You can see this x square plus x power 4 plus 2. This is irreducible over Q because you can use the Eisenstein criteria. This is you cannot use root criteria because it is of degree 4. But Eisenstein criteria ensures that 2 divides 2, 2 divides 0, 2 divides 0, 2 divides 0, 2 does not divide 1, and 2 square does not divide 2. So this polynomial is irreducible. But this polynomial you cannot check by Eisenstein criteria. Actually this is reducible. If you see like this, x power 4 plus 4, you add 4x square, you subtract 4x square, then you will be having x square plus 2 whole square minus 4x square, which is x square minus plus 2x plus 2, and you are having x square minus 2x plus 2. You are having this situation. Clearly this does not have any root on Q. We are looking for the splitting field. Let us find all the roots. The roots will be here you can see a root will be minus 2 plus minus b square minus 4ac, that is 4 minus 8 by 2. You can see this is 4 minus 8, that will be minus 4. You can take 4 outside, then your 2 will become outside, then you will be having minus 1 plus minus iota, because 2 will get cancelled out. So you are having minus 1 plus minus iota. Similarly, if you find root here, what is the change? Only this negative sign. So you will have 1 plus minus iota. These 2 will be roots here. So your roots are say 1 plus iota and its conjugate 1 minus iota, minus 1 plus iota and its conjugate minus 1 minus iota. So these 4 are the roots here. So what is the splitting field here? The splitting field will be Q iota, because it has some complex roots. So you are looking for an extension which contains root. If root is complex, then degree of extension will be at least 2, because you are not landing into Q. You are landing in some bigger field. So degree of extension will be at least 2, because the minimal polynomial will be of degree 2 at least of that complex root. This Q iota, this is an extension of degree 2, and I am saying this is the smallest. This is the splitting field, because if you see, you are looking for the roots. Your roots are 1 plus iota, 1 minus iota. Q contains 1, Q adjoint iota contains iota. So if you take 1 plus iota, that will be there, because you are in a field. So you can add up elements, you can subtract elements, and you can divide, and you can quotient if quotient is defined. So 1 plus iota is there, 1 minus iota is there, minus 1 plus iota is there, and minus 1 minus iota is there. So you can say this is the smallest extension of Q containing every root of this polynomial. So this is Q adjoint iota.